Hey everybody, this is Sherry with CPR, Craft, Pray, Repeat. And I've got another on-the-go card craft kit to share with you. This one is using another of the Knitwick collections called Eskimos. And I'm going to start by sharing the papers with you that I printed out. Now again, I did not print out all of the papers. I picked the ones that I liked, and those are the ones that I printed out. I've got 510-pound Recollections A2 size card bases to start with. Then we've got 2 of each of the pages. So I printed this one out. Let me make sure that you guys have enough light to see everything here. I printed that one. And then this one, I love this. This I like. I like the way it looks. I can't explain to... I guess it reminds me of icing is what it reminds me of. A blue icing where you've put the dots and you've swirled it through. That's what it reminds me of. But I've got it in 2 different colors. Then we've got some plaids. This has more of a country feel. We've got that one. And that one, where we have the white in the center, and now we've got where we have the collar. See here, you can see it's the opposite. And so we've got this collar, that collar. This is a beautiful soft collar. I know it coordinates with this one, but it's really soft. I know it's not the same. I can tell by the look of it. But as far as the shades go, but this one's real soft. I like that a lot. And then we've got that one. And then I love anything polka dots. So we've got this real pretty color with the polka dots. And then this brown with the polka dots. And then I did do one sheet with the snowflakes because I know that a lot of places winter is almost over, or at least everybody is wishing it was over. And so I didn't put a lot of that kind of stuff in because I figured this is stuff you could still use, you know, even, you know, through the rest of the winter season. But I didn't want to add the snowflakes. So we got that. Then I cut out a couple of these treat bags. I gotta figure out how I closed them in here. I can't remember because they were too big for all the bags that I had, so I had to become ingenious because I wanted them covered in plastic for when I ship them. And so there's this design and that one. I love that. I love that. And then there's that color. So there's 3 of these that make great little treat containers for when you send out Happy Mail. And that's a big part of what I try to do whenever I, you know, come up with these kits and put the things together. I try to think of Happy Mail, things that you would, you know, want to send and make for your friends. I mean, that's where my heart is with this, I guess, is trying to make it so that you can send out things like I'm able to send these out and gift to somebody and pass on the love, I guess is what I'm thinking. I just love sending Happy Mail. It makes me really happy to do that. And so I guess that's what I'm trying to do, is make it so that somebody else can craft quickly and easily and on the go and quickly put together something that they can share with someone else. Now I've got another set of treat containers, and these ones I've done before and other ones. That one that I just showed you, this one was the first time I had ever used that one. And so we've got these right here, really pretty. So these ones go here, real simple, real basic. I believe they're called like cracker boxes is what they're called. So you just score them on the score lines. And before I had scored them, but then they don't lay as flat in the packaging, and I just don't want anything to get bent. That's my, you know, I want it to get to whoever I mail this to in as good a condition as it possibly can get there. So here are a couple little boxes that you put together. I've already got the acetate in the window, and it just folds down like this, and everything hooks together here on the side, so it's like that. And I've got it in the polka dot, which, you know, I already told you guys I love. That's one of my favorites. And then I did do a snowflake and another two different snowflake ones, and then the polka dot that can be used any time of the year. So I'm trying to get past. You guys got to understand, I live in Florida, and I do live in North Florida, so we get the cold, a little bit of the cold, not near as cold as you guys, some of y'all get up north, but we do get the cold, but we don't get the snow. So, and I grew up in West Virginia. Now, mind you, I am old and flippin' arthritic. I would die in the snow now, but I still love the snow. So, you know, this gives me a little bit of the snow. And then I just made some real simple treat toppers that come with pieces that you can add to it that have stitching on them. And I did just some of the basic collars, and again, just a couple with the snowflakes. So still, again, something that you can use to, you know, use all year round, but then also some that you can use in the winter. And wait till you see the little critters and things that come with this set. You're going to flip. They're adorable. I can't remember if I told you that this is Eskimos from Knitwit Collections. And I'm going to save them for last because they're like my favorite part. I've got 2 different size bows here from My Creative Time with Emma. And again, I use the same papers that I already showed you. Super easy to cut out, can be used. I did not use any with snowflakes because I wanted you to be able to use these, you know, I wanted whoever got this to be able to use it all year long. I cut out some, these are some frames, and I did save the center pieces in case you wanted to put them in there. And then I also did the back of it as a solid piece, so you could like layer it up like that if you wanted to, you know, or whatever, you know, collar you want to go with, but it would layer up like that. So it's really pretty. I love that. Absolutely love that. And you could, and I know this sounds painful, but you could cut some of the pieces, that some of the little critters in half, and that sounds so bad. And cut them in half and use them to go on the inside of the frame to make, you know, almost like a picture or something like that. And so there's lots of ways that you could use these frames, and I was really tickled with how they turned out. Now I did cut some, I'm not going to take them out of here. They're perforated pieces that you put together to do a rosette. Sorry, my brain went bleh. And one of them is this paper right here, the very first one that I showed you. Then we've got one in that paper, and then there's one other one I can't remember, but it's one of the papers that I've already showed you. I believe it was this one in a polka dot with a different color. So there's three different kinds here that you can put together and make your own rosettes. Now I'm going to show you my favorite part of this entire collection. I'm going to move this aside and I'll be right back. Let me just scoot that out of the way. Okay, everybody, here is my favorite part of this entire collection. We've got a bear. Look in there. See, there's the scarf that matches the paper. Another polar bear. I love it. Now we've got some little Eskimos. Look how cute they are, little boy and girl Eskimos. We've got a penguin. We've got another little boy Eskimo, which I think it could be a boy or a girl. And then we've got a little girl Eskimo in her pink. And here she is again, and then she's got a multicolored little jacket on. Absolutely adorable. And then we've got another penguin with the polka dots. I love polka dots. A walrus. I love them. Another little walrus. A penguin and a polar bear in the water. Are those not like the cutest things you've ever seen? I think I might have went a little bit big on this guy. Let me see. He is 1, 2, 3, 4.5 by 4 1/4. So he's a little bit big. I kind of toned it down after I hit him. But he's like my favorite. So he would be really good on like a 5x5 or a 6x6 card. He would be a really cool focal point. And you can mix the little boy and girls so that you have, you know, the different colored coats and things like that. So, I mean, there's lots of things that you can do with them. See, there's your little boy and girl Eskimo. Like if you have a little grandson and granddaughter who are up, you know, farther up north, like in Maine and stuff, where I know it's still, you know, pouring down snow, that would be an adorable card. So this is something that, you know, yes, it is more winter related and all, but it's still something that you can use for, in most places, for at least another month or so, and further up north, you know, like in Maine, you can maybe be able to use for the next couple months. I'm sorry, I know that's gonna upset people, but I don't have any control over the weather. No control over the weather. I'm just reporting the news, ladies and gentlemen. But I mean, look how cute. And see, I mean, you could take her here and like just, you know, put her inside the frame like that. So I mean, there's lots of things that you can do with them. They would be great on an A2 size card. Here, let's try this little guy. See? And then, you know, put a little sentiment or something up here, wishing it would warm up, you know, and of course you would have your background paper and stuff. So, I mean, there's lots and lots of ways to use these. And I just wanted to share this collection. I will make sure that I link it in the description box for you. It's from Knitwit Collections, called Eskimos. I cut all of these guys out on my Cricut. These ones were cut out with dies that I have in my stash. I printed the paper out, and everybody asked. I actually have a very cheap Hewlett-Packard printer. I paid $27 for the thing at Walmart, and I'm going to be very honest about why I bought it. It's pink. That is the reason I bought that printer, is because it's pink. And pink is my favorite color. Pink is the color in my craft space. So I bought a printer that is pink. And I just make sure to set it on the best quality setting, and I get great images. I am part of a program that Hewlett-Packard offers where I pay, I think it's $10 a month, and I can print 300 pages. I can print sheets of nothing but colored paper if I wanted to, and which is a phenomenal deal. And I will try to link it if I can figure out how to, but if not, Google it, because you have to, I mean, of course you have to have a Hewlett-Packard printer, but it's a great program and I'm really happy with it. I use the Walmart, Georgia Pacific premium cardstock. That's what I use to print my images on. To be honest, I would print it out on the 110 pound Recollections cardstock if I could. It will not take that paper because it's too thick. So, I mean, like I said, my printer is nothing fancy. I believe, let me see what the number is. It says Hewlett-Packard 3722 DeskJet printer. That is the exact name of my printer. And again, the only reason I purchased that one is because it was pink and my other one was dying. So, there you go. Alright, everybody. I hope that you are enjoying these on-the-go card craft kits, and I will be back next week with some more. Remember to practice your CPR, craft, pray, repeat. Thanks for visiting me today, and happy crafting. Love you all. Bye.